Welcome back to another video. This time we're looking at TIA on the daily time frame. As always, I'm going to switch over to my line chart because this gives me a more of a clearer view of some key levels that I would be interested in. So I want to mark out these ones as we see on the top. Let's put it here just because that top seems like it was more of a fake push up and potentially around this price point of not too far on from where price currently is at $4.77. So, okay, let's switch back over to the candles and let's understand what is actually happening. So I prefer horizontal lines because they hold more weight. Let's just, for fits and giggles, put down a downward trend line here. This is on daily, and we can see on the daily that price has broken out of the daily downtrend. So this is interesting because it has been respecting the downline trend line. It's kind of pushed up but with a failed push. But what is actually good is the fact that price is consolidating here. Now that we've orientated ourselves with some basic TA, I want to actually switch on EngineeringRobo to understand what that is telling us. Let me remove the green cell cloud just to have it a little bit clearer for us. And we can then start looking at what is actually happening with TIA. So let's start off with the AI social intelligence score. So this is -4. Although -5 or red 5 is the worst that it can get, recently I've made videos on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and all of them had a negative or red 5. This one is quite interesting in the fact that it's now moving slowly but surely into a potential positive sentiment. So that's something that's interesting to know compared to other cryptos. So social intelligence score still pretty bad. It's not an indicator that we want to be getting into a trade just yet. We want to see this positive green to give us some confidence. Across all of the time frames, it is still bearish. Volume is low and the volatility is also quite low. So we can't expect a push ups without having high volume or high volatility. Now, it's currently under the support line that I drew, but according to EngineeringRobo AI, where it uses a number of different calculations and previous price actions mixed in with Fibonacci levels, the price point that is of particular interest is around the $3.80 price point. I'm going to put that on there right now. And what I would like to see, as we've seen before, is grey candles. I do like the clue, the fact that when sentiment is shifting or momentum is being lost, it shifts from green to grey to green to grey to red, grey, green, grey, red. So what I'm expecting is some grey candles around this zone with a small push down potentially. So that would be a 13% drop from the price point that we are. So I wouldn't be considering to go long at this level right now, but it's certainly one that I am beginning to put on my radar as a potential coin to track for it to go longer. I just want to zoom out a little bit more to see where the other levels are. We can see that there was strong resistance across $7, $9, and around $11. If we were to lose the 380 price point, then we can assume that this is going to fall quite a bit lower. So right now, what I'm kind of waiting on is grey candles momentum loss on the daily. Grey candle shift in volume for us to have a clue for price candles to turn green. So that's one thing I'm waiting on. Also waiting on the support levels, but I am mostly interested in the sentiment, the volume, and the volatility, as well as smart money being back into this coin. This is absolutely key because the indicator itself, not only does it track social intelligence score via sentiment, smart money is currently out of this coin. So I would not be considering going long or getting back into this coin, not just yet. So something to think about if you're looking to add TIA onto your portfolio or your swing trading watch list, then I would potentially add it as a watch list, but not be looking to enter anything at the moment. So just a quick recap, we had a downline trend line which broke out. So if we switch that into ranges, we potentially want to be looking at this range here. So I'll go back as far as there. So potentially there. So it is at the lower half of this range. So an entry on the daily time frame, if I can draw that out, would be around about here. But again, I would want social intelligence score to be more positive, smart money to be balanced, and volume to be increasing, and a lot of these time frames turning bullish. I hope you found that useful. I'll try to update with a smaller time frame when we do see a pivot or price action going higher or lower. But for now, that's the roundup on TIA.